Check, check. And welcome to Norton Field in the campus of Wheaton College in Norton, Massachusetts. Tonight we have college field hockey action. It's a non-conference matchup between the Wheaton College Lions versus the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs. This is Sal Lopez on the call tonight for the UMass Sports Network, and we welcome you to the broadcast. Beautiful day outside today, mid-70s here in Norton, Massachusetts. Wheaton College enters the matchup with a record of 2-1 overall, 2-0 on their home field, coming off two straight victories in a row at home here in Norton Field for the Lions. UMass Dartmouth record of 1-3 overall this season, 0-1 on the road, looking to right it back on the right track here for the Corsairs as they've lost three straight matches coming into today's matchup. Today will be the 40th all-time meeting in the all-time series between Wheaton College and UMass Dartmouth. Wheaton leads the all-time series, 20 victories, 15 losses, and 4 ties dating back to 1974. Wheaton has won the previous two straight meetings against UMass Dartmouth. The Lions won back in 2014, 3-2 the final score. In the previous matchup, Wheaton won 3-0 in 2021 here at home. The last victory for UMass Dartmouth came back in 2013 when the Corsairs won here at Norton Field. The final score is 5-0. We take a look at Saturday's action for both of these teams. Wheaton College coming off their highest goal total of the season, winning at home against Nichols College 6-1 on Saturday. Wheaton outnumbered Nichols 11-4 in penalty corners in the matchup, as the Lions shot 26 total shots. That was the most shot attempts that Wheaton has had all season long. 26-6, they outshot Nichols. That was the same exact shot attempts that they outshot Nichols in 26-6 in the year prior as well, back in 2022. 6 different goals by 6 different players in the match for the Lions. Delia Knox had a career-high 3 points with 1 goal and 1 assist. Lydia Gaudreau tied a career-high 3 points, 1 goal, and 1 assist in the matchup. And then solo goals by Riley Leveralt, Anda Brown, Mackenzie Yates, and Allie Slicer, all scoring 1 goal each. And then Emma La Preziosa in net, playing the full 60 minutes, recording 3 saves, allowing just 1 goal in a victory over Nichols on Saturday. UMass Dartmouth coming off a loss against Westfield State at home, 4-1 on Saturday afternoon. Westfield State outshot UMass Dartmouth in the matchup 18-11. Jenna Carvalho scored a lone goal in the match in the fourth quarter for the Corsairs. Hannah Trombley spent 45 minutes in net, recorded 5 saves with 4 goals allowed. So coming up, we'll have college field hockey action here on Norton Field. Sal Lopez on the call tonight on the UMass Sports Network, as we will have Wheaton College taking on UMass Dartmouth and non-conference action coming up. Starting lineups, national anthem, are next here in Norton Field at Wheaton College.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Norton Field on the campus of Wheaton College for tonight's NCAA Division III field hockey contest, featuring the visiting University of Massachusetts Dartmouth Corsairs and your Wheaton College Lions. Wheaton College, the new MAC, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. profanity, derogatory comments, homophobic remarks, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. Officials for tonight's contest are Linda Engelson and Nina Mori. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Corsairs. A first-year forward from Bridgewater, Massachusetts, number 1, Brooke Lyden. A junior forward from Seekonk, Massachusetts, number 2, Haley Pereira. A junior forward from Danbury, Connecticut, number 3, Harley Hodge. A junior forward from Westport, Massachusetts, number 4, Jenna Cavarjo. A first-year midfielder from Newtown, Connecticut, number 5, Sam King. A sophomore midfielder from New Bedford, Massachusetts, number 8, Abby Perry. A first-year midfielder from Glen, New Hampshire, number 12, Morgan Carr. A senior defender from West Bridgewater, Massachusetts, number 13, Maggie McCafferty. A sophomore midfielder from Seekonk, Massachusetts, number 14, Lillian Bento. A first-year defender from South Burlington, Vermont, number 15, Sophia Buffard. A first-year midfielder from Tiverton, Rhode Island, number 17, Sam Gachuk. A junior keeper from Foxborough, Massachusetts, number 32, Hannah Trombley. And now let's meet your Lions. A senior midfielder from Brownsville, Vermont, number 1, Mackenzie Yates. A junior defender from Weathersfield, Connecticut, number 3, Kate Anzende. A sophomore midfielder from Gorham, Maine, number 4, Maddie Hatch. A junior forward from Cumberland Center, Maine, number 6, Delia Knox. A sophomore forward from Lakeville, Massachusetts, number 7, Riley Lavrov. A senior forward from South Woodstock, Vermont, number 8, Wanda Brown. A junior midfielder from Gorham, Maine, number 9, Lydia Gaudreau. A sophomore midfielder from Old Saybrook, Connecticut, number 13, McKenna Cook. A junior midfielder from Northborough, Massachusetts, number 14, Macy Poitras Cody. A sophomore defender from Andover, Massachusetts, number 15, Abby Miller. In the cage for the Lions, a senior from Bodenham, Maine, wearing number 98, Emma LaPreziosa. The Lions are coached by Brooke Marshall, assisted by Kelsey Buckley. UMass Dartmouth is coached by Annika Goodhue, assisted by Carrie Kinsella. At this time, we ask that you please rise if able. Remove your hats for the performing of the national anthem to be sung by Wheaton College junior Emma Bradshaw.
And welcome to Norton Field on the campus of Wheaton College in Norton, Massachusetts. Tonight we have college field hockey action. It's a non-conference matchup between the Wheaton College Lions versus the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs. This is Sal Lopez on the call tonight for the UMass Sports Network, and welcome into the broadcast. Beautiful day outside today as the sun has set here in Norton on the campus of Wheaton College. Mid-70s outside, quite humid though for this matchup. The 40th all-time meeting between Wheaton College and UMass Dartmouth dating back to 1974 in the all-time series. Wheaton College enters the matchup 2-1 record. They've won 2 straight games, both in their home field, entering tonight's matchup. UMass Dartmouth record of 1-3 overall, 0-1 on the road, coming off 3 straight losses, trying to right the ship in the right direction here for the Corsairs entering this road matchup against Wheaton. Starters today for the visiting UMass Dartmouth Corsairs: Brooke Lyden, Kaylee Pereira, Harley Hodge, Jenna Carvalho, Sam King, Abby Perry, Maggie McCafferty, Lillian Bento, Sophia Beaufard, Sam Gaychuk, and in net, Hannah Trombley, number 32, the junior goalkeeper from Foxborough, Massachusetts, making her 5th start this season with 210 total minutes in goal. 32 saves, 14 goals allowed with a 4.00 goals against average. Save percentage of just under 70% this season for Trombley. Starters for Wheaton College: Mackenzie Yates, Kate Anzade, Maddie Hatch, Delia Knox, Riley Leverett, Anda Brown, Lilia Gaudreau, McKenna Cook, Macy Poitras Cody, Abby Miller, and in net, number 98, Emila Preziosa, the senior goalkeeper from Bodenham, Maine, coming off NUMAC Conference Defensive Player of the Year honors during week 1 of the season, making her 4th start in net with 180 total minutes so far. 2-1 record, 1 shutout a week ago against Fitchburg State. Wheaton College, black uniforms, white numbers, white letters for the matchup, right side of the field as they'll be going right to left. UMass Dartmouth, white jerseys, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters for the matchup as the Corsairs, the visiting team, will be going left to right on the field. UMass Dartmouth has it first as we are underway in a quick steal by Wheaton. The Lions have it in their backfield. Kate Anzade passes down the far side. It's going to stay Wheaton's possession, just shy of midfield, looking across midfield. And it will go out. So UMass Dartmouth will have it now on a hidden down the far side for the Corsairs. Last time that these two teams met up, Wheaton won 3-0 at home here at Nordin Field in 2021. Both of these teams did not play each other last year in a non-conference matchup, but Lydia Gaudreau scored a goal in the 2021 matchup. Emma Preziosa was in net for 30 minutes, recording a shutout for Wheaton. Hannah Trombley, the goalkeeper for UMass Dartmouth, played the full 60 minutes, recording 5 saves and 3 goals allowed 2 years ago in this matchup. Off the stick of Harley Hodge, goes over to her teammate, though, Abby Perry down the near side. Makes the pass past the 23-meter mark now for Sam King. The top points leader this season sends it across inside the circle. Great defense there by Wheaton as they will look to see if they can put it away, and it goes out. And this will be the Lions' possession now. Strong defense for Wheaton, limiting Nichols to just 6 shots in a matchup on Saturday. 6-1 victory. That was the most goals scored in a year to date for Wheaton, which they blanketed Nichols in the year prior, 6-0 back on early September 2022. Abby Miller looking to see if she can push it forward for the Lions. She does to Macy Poitras Cody, but intercepted. Harley Hodge comes up with a steal, looking to push it here for UMass Dartmouth. Sends it over to Maddie Hatch, though, in the corner. Hatch comes up with an interception for Wheaton as we are past the 2-minute mark in action so far. Wheaton coming off a victory 6-1 against Nichols on Saturday. UMass Dartmouth lost at home on Saturday 4-1 against Westfield State. They out-tally Westfield State, though, 8-6 in penalty corners in the matchup. Jenna Carvalho scored a lone goal for UMass Dartmouth. Wheaton spread around the goals in their win over Nichols with 6 different goal scorers Saturday afternoon. On the near side, pass got intercepted by Wheaton for a moment. Goes back, though, to the Corsairs with Carvalho past the 23-meter mark. They've been into the circle once, looking to get to it twice with Carvalho. She does. Carvalho sends it across out in front. Still out in front. And it looks like we will have the first penalty corner of the match now for UMass Dartmouth with 12:01 left to go in the first. So that was a key for the Corsairs. In their previous matchup, outnumbered Westfield State 8-6 in penalty corners on Saturday. Only can muster one goal, though. They have their first in the match. UMass Dartmouth inserts it at the top of the circle. The shot, and it goes wide left. So they had a look right there. Maggie McCafferty from the top, but wide left in the net it went, though, for the Corsairs. Both of these teams looking for big-time improvements this season. 3 victories each for these two programs a year ago. Wheaton, 3-15 record, finished tied for last in the UMac alongside Mount Holyoke and Clark. Just a 1-7 conference record. If Wheaton is able to prevail today, this will be the 3rd victory for Wheaton, which would mark their best start since 2017 when they started off with a record of 3-1. UMass Dartmouth last year, record of 3-14, where they were tied for last with Bridgewater State in the Little East Conference last season. That was when there were 13 programs last year in the Little East for field hockey. It has now been condensed with 7 programs out of the Little East. The 6 programs from the MassCAC formed a newly MassCAC division for their conference for field hockey starting this year. Wheaton yet to strike inside the circle. UMass Dartmouth as they will push it up the field. Riley Leveralt chasing the ball, kicked away though by the goalie Trombley. Result in a Wheaton hidden here down the near side with Lydia Gaudreau. Mackenzie Yates past the 23-meter mark now for Wheaton. Yates drawing a double team down the near side, sends it over to Gaudreau, and a turnover committed by the Lions. Turnover by Harley Hodge before midfield for UMass Dartmouth. Wheaton looking to capitalize on it. McKenna Cook, her pass deflected over to Leveralt, though. Leveralt trying to maneuver inside the circle, double teamed at the edge of it. And a penalty committed by Wheaton as it will go back to the Corsairs. Wheaton College projected in the UMac Conference preseason poll out of number 7 of 10 teams in the conference. UMac adding in an additional member in the offseason with Salve Virginia. So now 10 field hockey programs part of the UMac for this season. Lions have it off the interception. Yates finds McKenna Cook inside the 23-meter mark, and it goes out in front of the keeper. A shot there that goes through for the Lions. Hannah Trombley, the goalkeeper, couldn't find it, and Wheaton on the board first in the match. It is Anna Brown off the rebound. He scored. And that's her 3rd goal of the season now for the senior forward from South Woodstock, Vermont. 6 total points now for Anna Brown. She had a goal scored in the season opener against Western New England University. That was the lone loss for the Lions this season, 3-2. It's one of those bounce opportunities that Brown was able to get it off the bounce of the keeper, Trombley, for a quick response for a goal early on in the match. Lions hanging in tough defensively here as they jump the route, intercept the pass across the field. It will go back, though, to UMass Dartmouth. So Allie Slicer with an opportunity there, but couldn't complete it all the way. Out in front of the keeper, LaPreziosa, and she kicks it away as Wheaton will look to see if they can clear this out of their defensive zone. Poitras Cody. Her pass got knocked down over to her teammate, though, with Yates. Under 8 minutes left to go in the first. Working down the near side for the Lions. Leveralt passes over to Yates. Nice move right around the defender with McCafferty. Yates goes towards her right. Now at midfield, still with it. Try to redirect it over to Gaudreau off her stick, and that will go out. So a turnover committed down the near side by Wheaton. UMass Dartmouth projected to finish in last place of the 7 teams in the Little East Conference preseason poll in the offseason. Last year, the Little East had 13 total teams for field hockey. That'll be a high stick charge to Mackenzie Yates. 7 teams this year, as they had 6 additional teams from the MassCAC, Worcester State, Bridgewater State, Salem State, Fitchburg State, Framingham State, Westfield State, all playing up until 2022 in the Little East. Those 6 programs out of the MassCAC formed their inaugural season of MassCAC field hockey starting this season, so that move decreased the Little East from 13 to 7 programs in field hockey currently. Wheaton has possession at the midfield circle. Mackenzie Yates moves it over to her teammate, McKenna Cook. Past the 23-meter mark now for the Lions. One time in the circle they scored so far. On top, it goes to Yates. Yates, top of the circle, slaps it off the goalkeeper. Trombley out in front with Leveralt. Still out in front here, trying to track down the loose ball. And we'll have a penalty corner coming up. First one in the match for the Lions now for a penalty corner. Wheaton scored off of their first penalty corner on Saturday against Nichols. Already a quick 1-0 lead for the Lions here. Wheaton outnumber Nichols 11-4 in penalty corners on Saturday. This will be Macy Poitras Cody to insert it. On the top, it goes to Yates. Moves it out to the left wing. The pass out in front. Poitras Cody, and it goes wide left. UMass Dartmouth will restart possession as we're down to 5:20 left to go in the first. Corsairs start the possession, and the pass goes out. So it'll be a quick turnover for UMass Dartmouth.
Re-entering the match for the Lions. For 6, Delia Knox.
Delia Knox comes in. She scored 1 goal against Nichols, as she has it in the corner here for the Lions. Knox, her pass deflected and stolen away by a Corsair in the corner. Long pass ahead. Couldn't connect on the pass, though, and Wheaton there to knock it down around midfield with Anzade. She sends it back to the defensive zone with Hatch. Poitras Cody. Her pass knocked down, gets it back, though. To the backfield, it goes once again to Maddie Hatch, the sophomore from Gorham, Maine. She had her first defensive save of her career against Fitchburg State 1 week ago. Under 4 minutes left to go in the first. This ball gets chopped towards the keeper, Trombley, and out. Not many quality looks so far from both of these teams in this first quarter. 4-1 total shots by Wheaton as we're down to the final 3.5 minutes in the first. The penalty around the circle. This will go back to UMass Dartmouth now. UMass Dartmouth with their lone win this season in the season opener against Dean College, 4-0 on September 1st. Dean College last year went winless, 0-16 record. They've lost 27 straight games dating back to October of 2021 for Dean. The 3 losses coming to opponents who have outscored UMass Dartmouth 14-1 in those 3 losses this season. Simmons, a loss on September the 2nd, 4-0 for UMass Dartmouth. Then they lost at Salve, Virginia, 6-0 on Thursday. The previous loss at home against Westfield State, 4-1 this past Saturday.
Entering the match for the Lions, number 19, Maria Ward.
UMass Dartmouth will restart the possession. A foul committed by Wheaton. Goes over to Jenna Carvalho, who had possessed it right before. Her pass got knocked down and results in a penalty by UMass Dartmouth here. And a foul committed right back by Wheaton Yates around that area. This ball will go wide right. And it gets stopped by the lines inside the circle, though, just looking to clear it out. They push it to the near side it out, so it will stay Corsair possession. It's been the big key this season for Wheaton through 3 matches. 9 goals scored to just 4 goals allowed, and +5 goal differential for the Lions as their goals against average ranks them inside the top 60 right now in the nation with just a 1.33 goals against average this season. And the Corsairs turned it over. Defensive battle so far. Almost had it off the interception was Carvalho. Gaudreau, her pass got knocked down, stolen away by Hodge. Hodge looking to set it up here on the break for UMass Dartmouth. Past the 23-meter mark. A lot of contact right there in between sticks, and will be committed on a foul charge to UMass Dartmouth. 30 seconds remaining now in the first quarter. Delia Knox past midfield using her speed, has her teammate Leveralt, makes the pass to her inside the 23-meter mark. Riley Leveralt at the left wing of the dotted circle, but UMass Dartmouth does a great job getting the ball away. Down to 12 seconds. Leveralt battling one defender with Sam Gachuk. Able to get it out of there for UMass Dartmouth, and now they have an opportunity down to 2 seconds. And the buzzer sounds as we close out through the first quarter. Wheaton College leading UMass Dartmouth through 1 period so far here in Norton Field, 1-0. And a Brown off the rebound, able to score. Lone goal so far through the first quarter. Wheaton College outnumbering UMass Dartmouth so far in this matchup in total shots 4-1. Both of these teams even in penalty corners so far, 1-1. 1-0, Wheaton College leads as we'll be back in a couple of moments here at Norton Field on the NewMax Sports Network. And welcome back to Norton Field on the campus of Wheaton College in Norton, Massachusetts. 1-0, Wheaton leads against UMass Dartmouth. And non-conference action for field hockey tonight. And the Browns scored a lone goal so far in the match. 4-1 total shots in favor of Wheaton. UMass Dartmouth had an early shot in the match, but wasn't able to send it through. Both of these teams with one penalty corner each so far. It'll be Wheaton's ball to start off after it went long down the field by UMass Dartmouth. 20 seconds into action as we start out the second quarter of play. Harley Hodge has it now. Passed it over to Carvalho. A little bit too strong, though. Couldn't make the connection there as it results in a turnover. Mackenzie Yates. She had one goal and one assist so far this season. Had a goal against Nichols on Saturday. Deala Knox knocks it down. Gaudreau back to Knox, past the 23-meter mark. Knox inside the circle now. Knox out in front. Great defensive stop, knocking it away for UMass Dartmouth, but that will result in a penalty corner, though. The Lions will have their second penalty corner to match. It's been a key of emphasis that they've been improving upon lately. Penalty corners, Wheaton up to 6 now in the UMac, averaging 6.67 penalty corners per game currently. Macy Poitras-Cody will insert it here for Wheaton. Sends it on top over to Yates. Yates tried to pass it back and results in the turnover. So a lot of time to develop on that possession there as UMass Dartmouth turns it over right back. Miscommunication on that pass down the near side of the field. So Wheaton will take this one in now, just shy of their 23-meter mark. Referees roll it. Wheaton's ball as it was tapped high off the stick of a UMass Dartmouth defender. Wheaton has it in the near side corner. Looking to make their way into the circle, they will with Lydia Gaudreau. She had a goal against Nichols on Saturday, game-winning goal in the 1-0 victory over Fitchburg State a week ago. This will be another penalty corner. So 2 quick penalty corners now by the Lions with 12:58 left to go now in the second. Wheaton scored 2 goals off the penalty corner against Nichols on Saturday. This will be their third in the match now. Macy Poitras-Cody with an assist against Nichols in the first penalty corner. She inserts it. Sends it off to Gaudreau. Gaudreau tries to pass it over to Poitras-Cody. Kicked out in front. Gets it back out in front and saved by the Corsairs. But another penalty corner. So now penalty corner number 4 upcoming for the Lions as they keep on trying to see if they can increase their lead here off the penalty corner. Poitras-Cody once again will send it in. Moves it on top off the stick of Gaudreau, went to Yates. Pass behind her back, sets up Gaudreau, and inside the circle, knocked down. And again, your result in a third straight penalty corner. So Wheaton, desperate for more, on the board right now with 12:36 left to go in the second. Lions getting ample opportunities off these penalty corners, haven't been able to convert. Poitras Cody sends it on top, over to Knox, moves it out to the left wing, Gaudreau. Her shot got knocked down, gets it back though. Passes out to her right to Yates. Yates swinging a miss, and a high stick turnover committed by Mackenzie Yates. Great defense right there on midfield, able to knock down the ball and intercept it. That was Maddie Hatch, had her first defensive save a week ago in the win over Fitchburg State. That was a solid victory. Fitchburg State with a record of 10-8 from last season. The ball goes across. Knox fell down in front. Cook. Her shot got stopped inside the circle. Goes all the way back to Poitras Cody. Moves it out to the dotted circle at the top. Back out to Poitras Cody. And missed the mark on the pass. Looking to send it to Maria Warden. First-year midfielder from Burlington, Vermont. But missed the opportunity there. Away from her sticking out. Wheaton's been dominant so far in the second quarter with a possession error, though. And they dominated throughout the entire match against Nichols. Nichols had a quick goal to go at 1-0 in the first quarter, but after that, Wheaton 6 straight goals on Saturday, able to pick up the victory. Had perfect position for a midfield, and Macy Poitras Cody couldn't come down with it. UMass Dartmouth chance here to strike inside the circle, but Wheaton back defensively in the corner with Abby Miller. Miller hits it out, though, as this will result in UMass Dartmouth long corner possession starting off at the 23-meter mark. So Abby Miller was the one who tried to track it down. She has one defensive save, which she had against Nichols on Saturday. That was her third of her career for defensive saves. UMass Dartmouth hanging in there defensively so far in this match, as that's been a key for them, has been defensive saves. They have 4 of them this season for the Corsairs, ranking 10th in the nation currently. They just turned it over, though, for UMass Dartmouth, approaching the 10-minute mark left to go in the second. Wheaton just had a quick turnover right back. Anna Carvalho tried to work her way inside the circle. There was contact between her and Poitras Cody. And it will stay Corsairs possession. UMass Dartmouth restarts the possession around the dotted circle. The pass goes out across, got knocked down though inside the circle by Gaudreau. Sent back out by the Lions, and Knox comes down with it down the near side. Knox looking to set up her teammate. Pass ahead. Here they go out on the break past midfield. Anna Brown, first goal scored in the match, looking for more. Brown inside the circle. She shoots and skips wide left. So it looked like it has skipped off the goalkeeper, Hannah Trombley. Good chance there to see if she could answer and put the second goal up on the board. They had a great opportunity there in the fast break. Wheaton will restart the possession. Poitras Cody, pass the middle. Corsairs looking to clear back. It goes, though, this time to Cook. Cook inching her way inside the circle. Knocked down, though, by the Corsairs off the steal. Abby Miller comes down with it for Wheaton. Passes to her right off to Poitras Cody. Poitras Cody inside the 23-meter mark. Poitras Cody, nice move on top. Her pass in the middle, knocked down though by the Corsairs. They shovel it back out. Gaudreau. Her pass down the far side, completed though the Warden. Maria Warden inside the circle now for Wheaton. Sends it across, knocked down again by the Corsairs. Warden still has it though. Double teamed inside the circle. And knocked away by UMass Dartmouth. Corsairs defense right now being pressured inside the circle. They're really holding their own in this matchup, knocking down a lot of the opportunities for Wheaton, trying to get them back out inside the circle again, and the shot too far wide to the right that time for the Lions. So Wheaton pressuring UMass Dartmouth in this match. Corsairs doing a great job clogging a lot of the stuff inside. 10-1 total shots in favor of the Lions right now. A plethora of penalty corners at one point early on in this first quarter made it Wheaton 5-1 in the penalty corner advantage. Ricochets, Leverell again stopped by Trombley. Ricocheted right back though. Over to Gaudreau. Gaudreau top of the circle. Had the game-winning goal and the lone goal against Fitchburg State a week ago. Poitras Cody, her pass got knocked down. Cook trying to battle for it. And it will go in the Corsairs' direction. Turnover off the missed pass by UMass Dartmouth. So offensively, things have stalled out in the second quarter. Haven't been able to cross midfield a ton for UMass Dartmouth as their possessions keep on stalling back towards their backfield on turnover opportunities. That's a turnover there for Wheaton. Couldn't hook up on the pass. So when skipping past the stick of Maria Warden. Some space here out in front for UMass Dartmouth to see if they can operate. Brooke Lyden pushes it forward. Goes over to a Wheaton defender with Kate Anzadeh. Corsairs have it back. Looking to get into the 23-meter mark, but they cannot. Wheaton with a great defensive stop right there. Lydia Gaudreau out in transition. Able to intercept it. Rebecca Berman, sophomore defender from Avon, Connecticut. She enters in her second matchup this season. She played 14 minutes against Nichols on Saturday. Number 2 out there in the field. To Gaudreau. Lydia Gaudreau, 2 goals, 1 assist so far this season. Poitras Cody at the edge of the circle, and some contact here as they will restart the possession for the Lions. Berman, high pass, and looks like it will stay Wheaton possession. So under 5 minutes left to go before halftime. The Lions will keep it. In the corner, down the far side. As it goes out. A lot of opportunities in this matchup for the Lions around the corners of the field. They haven't really been able to get much out in front. When they have, it was off the rebound where Anna Brown scored in the first quarter. That's the lone goal in the match scored by Brown in the first quarter so far with 4:10 left to go before halftime. McKenna Cook lost it top of the circle. UMass Dartmouth here with an opportunity. Rushing up the field. The pass rolling down the far side. And it goes out, though. So they did have Morgan Carr out in transition there for the Corsairs. Just couldn't convert on that pass, though, for UMass Dartmouth. And Wheaton hits it out of bounds as it will go right back to the Corsairs. Both of these teams looking for a lot of improvement this season. Wheaton, if they're able to hold on with a victory today, they would tie what they had a year ago for total wins. 3-15 record a year ago. Wheaton with victories against Nichols, Worcester State, and Clark, which they have 2 of those teams still remaining on their schedule between Worcester State and Clark later on this season. For UMass Dartmouth as well, just 3 total victories last year with a 3-14 record. Knocks inside the circle. Her shot gets knocked down out in front. Another shot, and it goes through for the goal for Wheaton. Second goal of the match for the Lions. In through traffic. That is Allie Slicer, number 5, the first-year forward for Waterford, Maine. That is her second collegiate goal. Had her first collegiate goal on Saturday against Nichols. Puts the score now 2-0 for the Lions.
Wheaton College goal scored by number 5, Allie Slicer. Unassisted. Time the goal. 3:01 left in the second quarter. That's goal number 2 of the season for Slicer.
Really showing their depth so far this season for the Lions. 2 different goal scorers today. They had 6 different goal scorers, scoring 1 goal each on Saturday in the matchup. 2-1 record this year for Wheaton. Both of the wins coming at home, looking for 3 straight in a row. A 1-0 victory last Tuesday against Fitchburg State. Impressive win considering Fitchburg State last year posted a record of 10-8. And then the win against Nichols on Saturday, 6-1. The lone loss, they were in throughout the matchup, competitive, 59 total minutes in a close game between Western New England University and the opener on the road on September the 1st. But Western New England University in the final minute scored a game-winning goal to win 3-2. That's the lone loss so far, and Western New England with a win over MIT, ranked inside the top 20 in the rankings. Ball get kicked away by Trombley out in front, though, for Wheaton, as another shot gets knocked down by the goalkeeper, Trombley. And this will be a penalty corner. Wheaton will have a penalty corner coming up. 1:31 left to go before halftime. Macy Poitras Cody will be the one to send in the penalty corner. Off to Gaudreau. Passes out to her right to Cook. Cook slap shot inside the circle, knocked down, and it will be Corsair's ball. That was a high, dangerous shot right there off the slap shot inside. Final minute left to go before halftime. The Corsairs couldn't connect on the pass, and it results in a turnover. Inside the 23-meter mark. UMass Dartmouth came up with an interception, though. Kaylee Pereira battling Abby Miller for possession. Referees will say Wheaton will have it. Pass goes to Knox. Knox working on one defender. And a foul committed by Wheaton with 20 seconds left. Late goal in the second quarter by Allie Slicer, able to up the lead to 2 for Wheaton College. As we close down, we go into halftime.
At the end of 2 quarters of play, Wheaton College 2, University of Massachusetts Dartmouth 0.
And Wheaton College leads here on Norton Field through 2 quarters of action, 2-0 over UMass Dartmouth. And the Browns scored the first goal of the match 6 minutes in, unassisted, and then Allie Slicer on assisted goal. That was their second goal of the season by Slicer to put the score 2-0 for the Lions, and Wheaton through one half of action, outnumbering UMass Dartmouth in total shots 15-1. Penalty corners currently at 6-1 for the Lions. 8 shots on goal to 0 for Wheaton so far through one half of action. So we go into halftime here at Norton Field in the campus of Wheaton College. Wheaton with a 2-0 lead against UMass Dartmouth. As we have halftime here, and then we'll be back coming up for the start of the third quarter in a little bit on the New Max Sports Network. And welcome back to Norton Field on the campus of Wheaton College in Norton, Massachusetts. Sal Lopez on the call tonight on the UMass Sports Network as Wheaton College leads UMass Dartmouth in field hockey action 2-0 at halftime currently. First goal scored by Onda Brown. That was in the first 6 minutes of the matchup. Allie Slicer scoring a goal in the late stage of the second quarter to put the lines up 2-0. Wheaton has been dominant in this match in total shots right now, outnumbering UMass Dartmouth 15-1 currently. And the Lions looking to improve to a record of 3-1. It would be the first time since the 2017 season for Wheaton College if they do prevail in this matchup. They're halfway there tonight in this game, currently with a record of 2-1 right now on the season. Dominant on Saturday with a possession arrow with a 6-1 victory on Saturday. They have carried it over, and the depth of the lines have really showed here so far. 8 different point scores through the first 3 games, balancing out the point scoring for the Lions as they also outnumbered UMass Dartmouth. Currently in total penalty corner 6-1. Wheaton hasn't been able to convert on a penalty corner in this matchup, but they have been just the aggressor pressuring inside the circle. UMass Dartmouth doing everything possible trying to stop Wheaton in this matchup, but in terms of offense, only 1 total shot, which was early on in the match for UMass Dartmouth in the first quarter. Nothing really else going on in terms of offense for UMass Dartmouth as they will see if they can look to get better offensive possessions and connect on passes here to start off the second half for the Corsairs. And that's been a struggle for them so far this season, being outshot by their opponents 85-31. They had 2 matches where they were outshot 61-2 in 2 of those losses against Simmons and Salve Regina, which they were shut out. So they've been shut out so far for UMass Dartmouth twice this season out of the 3 losses, coming off a loss against Westfield State at home on Saturday, 4-1 the final score. Once again, Wheaton's defense has just been key. They've only allowed 1 goal so far through the previous 2+ games and counting right now for the Lions. Pitching in a shutout 1 week ago against Fitchburg State. They allowed a quick goal against Nichols on Saturday to trail 1-0 after that 6 goals in a row.
Wheaton College women's volleyball leads Amherst College 1-0 in 18-12 in the second set.
Wheaton been able to spread out the shots throughout the team in the first half. Riley Leverell took the most shots with 4 shot attempts. Lydia Gaudreau with 3. 2 by Anda Brown as she scored the first goal of the match. And then 1 shot that was able to score with Allie Slicer. And 1 each by her teammates Cook, Knox, Yates, and Poitras Cody. We start off the third quarter of action now. Left to right on the field, Wheaton has the first possession, but they turn it over. UMass Dartmouth with the white jerseys, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters. Wheaton with the black uniforms, white numbers, white letters, and blue shorts. UMass Dartmouth close to the circle now. Over to Harley Hodge. She tries to work her way into the circle. Her teammate had it for a moment, and it will go in Wheaton's direction though. So Lillian Bento had an opportunity right there off the pass, but a foul committed by the Corsairs at the edge of the shooting circle. Wheaton in their backfield looking to clear, knocked down by the Corsairs. It will stay Wheaton possession. 6 straight seasons for both of these programs with a losing record as they're trying to see if they can get things back in the right direction this season in terms of improvements. Wheaton searching for their best start since the 2017 season, which they started at 3-1, but for the Lions coming off a 3-15 season where they were tied for last place in the conference at 1-7 in the NUMAC. Recently, their best season was in 2015 with a 9-8 overall record. And for UMass Dartmouth as well, similar 3 wins last year, 14 losses for the Corsairs, 1-11 in the Little East. They were tied for last place in the conference along with Bridgewater State, and they've gone 6 seasons below 500 for the Corsairs. Their last winning season, they went 13-7 in 2015. Strong field hockey 15. They posted a record of 112-62 with 8 straight Little East tournament appearances for the Corsairs. 3 straight LEC tournament championships in 2009, 2010, and 2012. Poitras Cody around midfield. Her pass knocked down by a Corsair defender, intercepted, but a turnover right back. Lydia Gaudreau has it. Her pass ahead, past the 23-meter mark to Leveralt. Leveralt looking to take it inside the circle. UMass Dartmouth able to knock it down. Foul committed, though, by McCafferty. Lydia Gaudreau restarts the possession, sends it on top off the Poitras Cody. Her pass in the middle. Leveralt, her shot stopped out in front and cleared by the Corsairs. UMass Dartmouth looking to run with it. Down the near side. It goes out of bounds, though. So Sam King had some open space to work with, just tried to lead herself out in front with it and lost control off of her stick out of play. And Wheaton with some space out in front here, using the middle of the field. Towards the far side here for the Lions. Great move inside the 23-meter mark. Now into the circle. The pass goes across, knocked down. Another chance shot out in front, and it goes through. And a Brown second goal of the match. That is from Macy Poitras Cody. "3-0 for the Lions now.
Wheaton College goal scored by number 8, Anya Brown. Assisted by number 13, McKenna Cook. Time the goal, 11:43 of the third quarter. That's goal number 4 on the season for Brown.
And a Brown on the goal. On the assist is number 13, McKenna Cook. So she gets credit for the assist. So it's number 13 on the assist for the Lions as we approach the 11-minute mark left to play in the third. All the goals scored by Wheaton in this matchup have come from second chance opportunities off ricochets right back. They've done a great job staying with it today throughout the course of this match. Turnover by UMass Dartmouth. Pass couldn't connect. Corsairs looking to see if they can get something clicking offensively in this matchup. That ball gets taken away from behind by Poitras Cody. Great lead pass ahead off to our teammate Leveralt. Goes over to a UMass Dartmouth defender with McCafferty.
Re-entering the match for the Lions, number 1, Mackenzie Gates.
It's been over a year since UMass Dartmouth had their last road victory. Over 1 year ago, it was in their opener in 2022 against Dean College, which they won 4-0. They also won against Dean College at home to start off this year. That's their lone victory to the season. Dean College currently with 27 straight losses dating back to October of 2021. See the first playing time today in the matchup by Maggie McDonald, the first-year midfielder from Orange, Connecticut. She had 19 minutes she played against Nichols on Saturday. UMass Dartmouth with a chance out in front, and that will go wide in the shot. Corsairs will restart it, though, with a long corner at their 23-meter mark. Sam Gaychuk, in their first season from Tiverton, Rhode Island, started the possession as a chase for the ball. The Corsairs come up with it. McCafferty, her pass inside the circle. Shot knocked down out in front. And a penalty corner for UMass Dartmouth. So this will be the second penalty corner for the Corsairs, the first penalty corner since the first quarter of action. Six to 2 currently in total penalty corners in the match. Pass gets sent on top off to McCafferty. Inside the circle now as it will go across. And Wheaton has been rolled with possession by the officials here with a foul committed inside the circle by the Corsairs. 8 minutes left to play in the third quarter. And a Wheaton turnover committed as it will go back to UMass Dartmouth. Corsairs turned it right back as they couldn't connect on the pass off the hit in by Gaychuk there. Macy Poitras Cody, the junior from Northborough, Mass. On the far side went to Cook, who just had the previous assist. Fouled by Wheaton. At midfield goes back to the Corsairs. That ball sails high. No whistle there, though, as Wheaton will force the turnover, and they come up with it. Nice pass by Gaudreau. Goes over to Yates, her teammate in transition. Kicked out of bounds by Kyra Ferreira. Riley Leverett comes onto the field. McKenna Cook heads back, substituted by Maria Warden. Now into the match for Wheaton. 6:30 left to go in the third as the Corsairs have possession back. Tight roping down the near side for UMass Dartmouth. Defense been a strong suit for Wheaton. They shut out one opponent so far this season with Fitchburg State. Won their last matchup 6-1 against Nichols. Their lone loss, they lost 3-2 in the season opener against Western New England University, which Western New England University has a ranked top 25 victory to their team, winning against MIT last week, ranked at number 19 in the nation. The lines through their defense. Goals against average, top 60 in the nation entering today, allowing opponents to just a 1.33 goals against average, and that ball gets kicked away by the goalkeeper Trombley for the Corsairs. Only 2 total shots so far attempted by UMass Dartmouth, so Wheaton in net with Emila Preziosa hasn't been tested throughout this match, but she was named UMass Defensive Athlete of the Week for week 1 of the season, stopping 12 shots against Western New England University. Poitras Cody, scoop pass. Too high with a defender in the area. It will go back to the Corsairs. Good connection there in that pass. Delia Knox able to haul it in. Moves it out past the 23-meter mark now for the Lions. Maggie McDonald working inside the corner. Out to the left wing. The ball got knocked down by Gaychuk of the Corsairs. Knox has it, though, for the Lions. Towards her right. Inside the circle, and it bounces wide left. Long pass, knocked down off the stick of Poitras Cody. Around midfield, a battle for possession, and it'll go back to UMass Dartmouth here. Wheaton able to knock down the pass, and again, Lions have it, but they'll go all the way back towards their defensive zone. Poitras Cody moves it out down the far side to her teammate Abby Miller. That's number 19, Maria Warden. Pass couldn't connect with, too long once again. Possession hour just hasn't been in the favor of UMass Dartmouth throughout this match. Wheaton doing a terrific job defensively. Like every single pass that's been long, they just keep on knocking down on long passes throughout the course of this game today. Corsairs knock the ball out. It goes back to Wheaton, and the Lions here with an opening. Mackenzie Yates looking to get inside the circle. Her shot goes across, and now will land out. So she tried to send that one across. That one ripped high and away by Yates. Gaudreau had a good chance to knock it down, couldn't, but the Lions either way get it back with Poitras Cody at midfield. Maria Warden looking to get inside the 23-meter mark. She does. Over to her teammate in the corner with Gaudreau. Gaudreau working her way edge of the shooting circle. Scoops it to the middle, looking for Yates. And a corner upcoming. .157 left to play now in the third. Wheaton yet to connect on a penalty corner today. In their previous matchup, they scored twice via penalty corners. 16-2 in the favor of the Lions for shots attempted in this matchup. Shots on goal 9-1 for Wheaton. Penalty corners now 7 for Wheaton, 2 for UMass Dartmouth. Macy Poitras Cody sends it into the top. Goes to Poitras Cody in the circle, got bumped into again, and followed by a Corsair as this results in another quick penalty corner. Every single penalty corner, it's been solid coverage by UMass Dartmouth. Wheaton looking to see if they can put their first penalty corner goal on the board tonight. 3-0 Lions lead on the penalty corner. Pass goes out to the top to Yates. Over to her right to Gaudreau. Got knocked down. Gaudreau gets it back. Out to the middle, out in front. Shot stopped. What a save right there in net. Couple opportunities. Hannah Trombley has been able to hold her own throughout the course of the matches. She was able to stop 2 opportunities there out in front off the penalty corner. So still the Lions haven't been able to strike in the penalty corner today. Down to the final minute left to go in action in the third quarter now. Harley Hodge in the backfield area being pressured. The Lions looking to force a turnover. This will be Wheaton possession. They'll restart just shy of their 23-meter mark. 30 seconds left to go in the third now for the Lions. Macy Poitras Cody in the final 20 seconds. Ball gets knocked down wide of the net. A lot of defensive pressure here shown by Wheaton as we close out at the end of the third quarter.
At the end of 3 quarters of play, Wheaton College 3, University of Massachusetts Dartmouth 0. Another Wheaton College
3-0 Wheaton College leads at the end of the third quarter. In action against UMass Dartmouth. Anda Brown's second goal of the match scored early on in the third quarter was assisted by McKenna Cook. It's Anna Brown's fourth goal of the season, as she is the top points leader this season for the Lions currently, as we close out at the end of the third. 3-0 Wheaton College leads against UMass Dartmouth, as we'll have the final 15 minutes of action here in non-conference action for field hockey tonight, as we'll be back in a couple moments on the UMass Sports Network. Anda Brown with a career-high 2 goals so far tonight. For Wheaton College, that's on 3 total shot attempts. The Lions have allowed their opponents to be scoreless in the previous 6 quarters of action. Wheaton allowing just 1 total goal in the previous 10 quarters of action. Looking for their second shutout of the season. 1 week ago, Wheaton shut out Fitchburg State at home, 1-0. The Lions now with a 3-0 lead currently, and Wheaton looking for their best start since the 2017 season, which they got out to a 3-1 record, and they're 15 minutes away from doing so tonight here at Nordin Field for the Lions. We're underway for the fourth quarter of action. Wheaton left to right on the field with the black uniforms, white numbers, white letters, blue shorts. UMass Dartmouth, white uniforms, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters. For the Corsairs, right to left on the field. A quick turnover by the Lions. 15 seconds into action in the fourth. The pass got knocked down by Delia Knox as it goes back to Wheaton. Anda Brown, career high 2 goals scored for the senior forward from South Woodstock, Vermont. Gaudreau has it. Looking for Brown in the corner. Couldn't connect on the pass, and it's a turnover. Turnover on midfield. There's number 12, Morgan Carr. Down to 14 minutes left to go. Great defensive stop there by UMass Dartmouth as they're looking for something down the field, but nobody there, and the lead pass ahead goes back to Wheaton with Gaudreau working her way down the near side. Off to Brown. Brown inside the 23-meter zone now. And a Brown 2 goal scorer looking for a hat trick tonight. Brown sends to the cross out in front. The shot stopped off the keeper. Trombley out in front. UMass Dartmouth swipes away, but it will be a penalty corner upcoming here for the Lions. Everything possible in net tonight by Hannah Trombley, the junior goalkeeper from Foxborough, Massachusetts. She had one of those balls went up right to her, off her glove. Wheaton's been able to score all three of their goals in this matchup from second chance rebounds today. Insert on the top for the Lions. Off to Cook, who assisted on the last goal. She shoots it, gets knocked down. Cook again, lost control of it. Knox, swung and missed, has it still. Delia Knox through a pack. Inside the 23-meter mark and rejected a couple times. Hard contact there between the stick of Gaudreau and the stick of Hodge. It will be Wheaton possession with under 13 minutes left. Signs of improvement for the Lions, and they have certainly shown it this season, returning 9 of 11 starters from a year ago. Just 3 wins in 2022. They won 8 and 10 in 2021, qualified for the NEWMAC Conference Tournament, and looking to get back to the postseason once again under head coach Brooke Marshall in their 4th season. A tremendous start for Wheaton as we're approaching the 12-minute mark. Left to play as they are searching for their second shutout victory this season, 3 in a row at home. And we have another penalty corner. It's a slow start for the first couple minutes in the matchup for Wheaton, but once they settled in, they regained the possession arrow, and it's been constant attack throughout the course of tonight. 19-2 total shots for the Lions. Opportunity on another penalty corner, and it gets ripped through. Goal scored for Wheaton. Ripped off the penalty corner. It's Lydia Gaudreau who sent it through. Third goal of the season by Gaudreau, up to 7 total points now. Enter tonight as the top points leader on the team. It's 4-0 Wheaton. Three different goal scorers in the match.
By number 9, Lydia Gaudreau. Assisted by number 14, Macy Cody.
That connection worked out on the first goal scored for Wheaton on Saturday. Macy Cody with her first assist tonight. So Cody now up to assist number 3 this season with 3 total points. Cody has an assist in all 2 victories so far for the Lions this season. Looking for 3 as they're approaching the mark with around 11 and a half left to go. Penalty card here for the Corsairs. 5 minutes in the penalty box now for number 12. Looks like it's the yellow for UMass Dartmouth with Morgan Carr. So it's a 5-minute penalty. Delia Knox inside the 23-meter mark. They still have it with Cody. Corsairs come up with it though, looking to clear out. And it gets sent too long and out. The Corsairs in this matchup just haven't been able to advance it that often inside their 23-meter mark. They get it past midfield, close to the 23-meter mark. And missed opportunity of the pass there. Carvalho couldn't connect with Hodge. Long pass ahead, bounced off. A Corsair went to Leveralt. Over to her teammate, looking to get inside the circle. Scooped, and it goes through for another goal. Allie Slicer scoops it in. Second goal in the match for the first year. 4 for Waterford, Maine, a career high for Slicer. Allie Slicer. Great start to the season that she has had right now. Scored her first collegiate goal on Saturday against Nichols. And now her third goal of the season by Slicer, out on the fast break advantage, 5-0 for Wheaton. .10:05 left to go, and UMass Dartmouth will make a goalie change now. Hannah Trombley just allowed her 5th goal in the match as she will substitute out. Coming into the match will be number 44, Kelsey Kudo, the sophomore goalkeeper from Assonet, Massachusetts, will come in. This is her 3rd match played this season. Kudo with 30 total minutes in goal. 7 saves. No goals allowed by Kudo, with a 100% save percentage on 7 shots faced this season. 5 saves against Savvy Virginia on Thursday. 2 saves against Westfield State on Saturday.
Unassisted. Time to goal. 10:05 left in the 4th quarter. That's goal number 3 on the season for Slicer.
Wheaton looking for more. They scored 6 against Nichols. That is a season high. That's the most goals that they've had since they scored 6 against Nichols in early September of 2022. They have 5 tonight. And the Lions now this season have scored 14 total goals to just 4 goals allowed, in search of their 2nd shutout victory this season. 1 week ago, Wheaton shut out Fitchburg State. The pass goes across and results in a penalty corner. (21-2) total shots in the match for Wheaton. The Lions' 11th penalty corner tonight. So it will be Macy Poitras-Cody who will send off the penalty corner. 1 assist tonight by Poitras-Cody. She moves it on top. Off to the right to Gaudreau, inside the circle, goes across, and sent to the corner. And another penalty corner, though. So that was late on the shot there, as it was way wide, being sent to the corner. 8:42 remaining, as the Corsairs will have, the Lions will have another opportunity against the Corsairs here on the penalty corner for Wheaton. Still 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the penalty box for UMass Dartmouth on the penalty corner. Pass gets sent wide away from the stick of Rebecca Berman, as it gets saved by Wheaton. Possession still continues. We have a penalty card on the field. And another player for UMass Dartmouth got charged a penalty card. So number 1, Brooke Lyden, penalty card for a 7-minute yellow card on the field right now. So that's 2 players in the penalty box. 1:55 remaining in the penalty box for Morgan Carr. And now just under 7 minutes for Brooke Lyden right now. So 2 players for the Corsairs in the penalty box at the moment with around 8:10 left to play.
Re-entering the match for the Lions, number 13, McKenna Cook.
So it will be a substitution. Kyra Ferreira came in. Number 3, Harley Hodge substituting out. A little bit shaken up after the last play there by Hodge. And Hodge is such a key player for UMass Dartmouth, for the junior from Danbury, Connecticut. Came into the matchup leading the team with 6 total shot attempts. Final minute remaining in the penalty box for Morgan Carr. Still 6 minutes left to go for Brooke Lyden for UMass Dartmouth, as we have under 7.5 minutes left to play now. Wheaton at the edge of midfield. Couldn't connect on the pass, results in a turnover. Three victories all of last season for Wheaton. They're under 7 minutes away from picking up their 3rd victory this season, off to their best start since the 2017 season for the Lions, which they started off 3-1 in their first 4 games. Upcoming schedule for Wheaton gets a whole lot challenging, though. They have another match for their next one this Thursday on the road at Endicott College at 7 p.m. out in Beverly. Riley Leveralt moves it off to her teammate, looking to get inside the shooting circle. Gaudreau, and it will be possession arrow UMass Dartmouth. So the penalty ends now for Morgan Carr. Still in the penalty box with under 5 minutes left to go is Brooke Lyden for UMass Dartmouth. Inside the circle, Leveralt with an opportunity. Her shot, tons of bodies out in front. And now go through for another goal for the Lions to lead 6-0. Out in a crowd of defenders. Riley Leveralt through the pack. 6 goals on Saturday, 6 goals here on Tuesday night. 12 goals in the previous 2 games for Wheaton College. And that's the first goal allowed this season by Kelsey Kudo, the sophomore from Asona Mass. She was perfect in net. 7 shots faced, perfect 7 for 7, stopping all of them until today.
Wheaton College goal scored by number 8, Anya Brown. Unassisted. Time the goal. 5:54 left in the 4th quarter. That is a hat trick for Anya Brown and goal number 5 on the season.
Incredible match day by Onda Brown. Riley Leveralt got the first shot off. It was through a crowd of players there. Onda Brown was the one who was able to come down with it and put it through the crowd of players. So she is the one who scores the goal. So first career hat trick by Onda Brown, a new career high today. That's 10 total points now on the season for Brown. 5 goals by Brown. Had 1 in the opener against Western New England, 1 on Saturday against Nichols. Hat trick today. 5 minutes left to go. Next matchup for Wheaton, Thursday night, 7 p.m. on the road at Endicott in Beverly. Another opportunity for the Lions with Maria Warden. Passes over to Cook. Cook out in front. Ball got knocked down. The shot out in front. Tapped. Did it go across? Yes, it did. For Wheaton with another goal. That is a season high 7 goals scored for the Lions. So the referees say that it went across the line. 7-0. 4.5 minutes left to go. 7-0 as Wheaton leads. As they will be a perfect 3-0 on their home field. 3-1 overall this season for the Lions. Previous 2 goals have been through a crowd of defenders right in front of the net that Wheaton has been able to score. But upcoming for the Lions, 7 p.m. Thursday night at Endicott, taking a big step up in the competition. Endicott, extremely challenging opponent with a 3-1 record, projected to finish in first place in the Commonwealth Coast Conference. The only loss by Endicott this season came against number 3 national ranked Babson 4-0. Endicott already has a win against number 19 ranked MIT. So we have confirmation about the goal for the last one for Wheaton. It is Ali Slicer who scored a 7th goal of the match for Wheaton. That is also a hat trick by Slicer. So 2 players tonight with hat tricks scored, 3 goals each. Ali Slicer, the first year forward for Waterford, Maine, and also Anda Brown with 3 goals scored as we're down to under 3.5 minutes remaining. First conference match for Wheaton upcoming this Saturday, 4 p.m. hosting Wellesley College. Wellesley record of 3-1 overall. Their loss, the only one, was on the road at number 6 ranked Tufts, 5-0. UMass Dartmouth upcoming. They have 2 teams that they won against last season. Out of their 3 total victories, next 2 teams in the schedule, Regis College. That's a road match on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. out in Weston, Mass. Regis winless at 0-3 this season. First conference match for UMass Dartmouth will be Saturday at 3 p.m. against Western Connecticut State. But last year, UMass Dartmouth won against WestCon. Next home match for the Corsairs, Friday, September 22nd, as they'll be hosting Keene State at 7 p.m. in a Little East Conference matchup. 2.5 minutes left to go. Dominant performance today for Wheaton. 25-2 total shots. They attempted 26 in their previous matchup as well. Penalty corners aplenty for the Lions today in the matchup, 12-2 in penalty corners. And in the second half, there wasn't many opportunities for UMass Dartmouth to get anything set up inside their 23-meter mark, as we're down to under 2 minutes remaining. Career highs today from Anda Brown and Ali Slicer in their first season, both with 3 goals scored each. Down to the final minute and a half remaining. Brooke Lyden comes out of the penalty box. She was in there for 7 minutes. Inside the circle. The turnover, though. It will go back in the corner, though, to Maria Warden. Over to number 11, Maddie Lebrecht. Lebrecht played 6 minutes against Nichols on Saturday.
1 minute remaining in the quarter.
And we're down to the final minute left to go. Seven goals scored tonight. That is tied for 10th all-time as a program for Wheaton with 7 total goals scored. It joins multiple other matches where they scored 7 goals. Most recently, September 26th of 2017 against Johnson and Wales, they scored 7 goals in. Also, another match in 2017, they scored 7 goals against Anna Maria College. The best start for Wheaton at 3-1 came back in 2017. And the Lions will pick up their 3rd victory this season. Last year, they had just 3 wins total with a 3-15 record, but this year, starting off on the right foot, 3-1 record, entering their next matchup coming up on Thursday night. The horn sounds and we close out. Wheaton College dominant, shutting out UMass Dartmouth 7-0 here at home at Norton Field. 2 players with a hat trick tonight for Wheaton. Anda Brown, 3 goals scored, a career high. Allie Slicer, 3 goals scored, a career high in the match. Just a dominant performance all around by the Lions as they start off the season with a 3-1 record. 25-2 total shots for Wheaton. 12-2 in penalty corners for the Lions, and shots on goal 16-7 in the match.
The Lions will be home again on Saturday, September 16th, when they host Wellesley College here at Norton Field at 4 p.m. to open the UMass slate. As always, the Lions thank you for your support. Wish you safe travels home.
Impressive match tonight for Wheaton, 7-0 as Wheaton wins over UMass Dartmouth. Upcoming, we'll have player of the game upcoming here for Wheaton College with post-game interviews. Sal Lopez on the call tonight on the UMass Sports Network. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in, and we'll have post-game interview coming up for the player of the game for Wheaton College shortly. Here's Wheaton wins 7-0 and field hockey action tonight at Norton Field over UMass Dartmouth. We'll be back in a little bit for the post-game interview player of the game. Sal Lopez on the broadcast today on the UMass Sports Network. Joined alongside the player of the game, career high hat trick, 3 goals scored by Onda Brown. Congratulations. How did you be able to have just such a great game today? Just run me through what you were seeing out there in the field that led to your success.
I mean, honestly, I could just feel the energy from the fans, from my teammates. It started in our pregame warm up. We were all just super excited to be here. The weather is finally cooled off, and it was just really, really exciting to be under the lights, supporting our team, supporting our home field, and it just all came together.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful night tonight for field hockey action and a terrific win by you guys. 7 goals scored. That is tied for 10th most as a program in a single game for 7 goals scored. And now 3 straight victories for your team, all at home for Wheaton. And today's win, that marks the best start since the 2017 season when Wheaton went 3-1 overall. How does it feel to get out to such a great start this season?
Oh, it is so exciting. We've been waiting for this. We've been building every year. We had a great first year class come in, and we're just, like I said, we're all connecting, and we all, we're all here to support each other and play well together.
When I was looking at the team notes for this upcoming season, looked like roster retention was a big key for your team coming into the season. 9 of 11 starters returned. How did the offseason help out with the team chemistry to keep the team bond strong entering this season?
We had a really small off season. We had a lot of injuries, but we worked really hard on building a leadership group and just getting that support that we needed. I know I've been talking a lot about support, but it is incredibly important on a team, and we're just here to support each other.
Great support by the Wheaton College Lions. Upcoming a challenging road matchup, quick turnaround on Thursday night against Endicott. What are you looking to transfer into the next matchup?
We're just hoping that our energy stays. It's another under the lights game on somebody else's turf, but we're ready to make it our own.
That's what the Lions have upcoming for them. Thursday night, 7 p.m. They're on the road against Endicott out in Beverly, Mass. First conference game upcoming, Wellesley College, Saturday at home at 4 p.m. Thanks so much for joining along. We have Onda Brown, player of the game of the match, career high hat trick, 3 goals today. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.